So the person that I've become now today is totally welcomed within my church community. We have a very diverse group. I grew up in an inner city church, and so we've had anywhere from the high ups to the people that live on our stairs at night. And so my who I am and who I've kind of become in that process is very well accepted in my church community, and it's been really cool to have an awesome support system in that, and finding out who I am and knowing that they're going to support me along that journey.
I felt very welcomed in a church setting. I got my call to be a pastor when I was like in 5th grade, so I was really young. And my church really supported me through that. Like, they were really excited. I gave a couple sermons at my church because they thought, oh, you'll get practice, blah, blah, blah. So in ways I have felt very welcomed, but then in other ways, like, my church is very traditional Lutheran, so we sing a lot of hymns, and new stuff is kind of not brought to the front of it. We had like a praise band a few years ago, and it wasn't received well by some of the older members of the community. And then some of the younger members who wanted the change, there was like this really big tension, and I had a kind of a problem with that in my church, but now we're working towards like being more mixed. So we sing the hymns, and then we sing more contemporary stuff that the congregation feels comfortable with. So yeah, in a way it's very welcoming.
I would say in a church setting that I definitely have been accepted for that, like to love people and be there for people. I've done a lot of ministry work, and being able to work with youth and just really showing them love and care for who they are has been openly accepted by my supervisors and by people that I work with. I think that I definitely have found people within church settings that feel the same way and just want to love people for who they are. Whether the church really, that's their message or not, I think that it is definitely an accepted part of the church community, and it's been awesome for me to be able to grow and mold myself to love people.
But I think in other communities, the community I'm in now really does allow that. It allows the tension. If anything, it wants there to be tension in a healthy way, because it wants people to continue wrestling through what this whole God thing is, what this Jesus thing is, what this gospel thing is, and what the church thing is. So right now, yeah, I would say that I'm definitely able to use it within the church community. And as far as being myself in the church community, I really think I have the ability to do that as well, because I believe that the church that I'm currently involved with is very accepting of people, and it does a very good job of doing what Jesus did, which is meeting people where they're at. They understand the issues and the insecurities and kind of my young, youthful arrogance, and they accept that. They come alongside me with that, and kind of pull me up from my bootstraps when I'm down, or maybe sometimes when I'm a bit too up. They also know how to check that and bring it down, but they accept it, and they use the tools that I can bring, and they want to help me take those tools and use them in the church, and use them in community, and use them in relationship. So yeah, I feel very welcome within my church community, and I honestly feel that I do have the ability to be my true self. Although I'm young, I guess, to be honest, I have no idea what that true self really is yet. Figuring that out though.